Schools on high alert and parents in fear.
Over the last 2 weeks, Southeast Wisconsin has experienced dozens of violent threats against schools.
The most serious at Waukesha South. 18-year-old Tyrone Smith was shot by police inside a classroom after they say he pointed a gun at another student. According to the criminal complaint, Smith sent a Snapchat picture of guns laid out on a bed the night before that incident.
Pictures, writing, even verbal threats have real consequences. The I-Team's Casey Geraldo breaks it all down.
What may start as an offhand comment or a quick social media post could land someone here in a courtroom facing serious consequences. Waukesha, Oshkosh, and West Bend have all locked down schools in the last few weeks. Moments parents, police, and students hope to never see.
It is frightening, it is terrifying to a parent, I think, because nobody wants to get a phone call or learn of something tragic happening at their school. But understand that we're there and we don't want to see it just as much as you don't want to see it.
So West Bend police investigate every joke, every suspicious Snapchat, every off-color comment people report.
There's appropriate places to vent your frustrations or to talk about things, but there's also times and places where things are just inappropriate.
Lieutenant Rollinger says on a slow week, West Bend police investigate a couple threats against schools, most empty, but still time-consuming, sometimes interviewing and combing the social media of dozens of people who may have information.
Everything gets looked into, and we're, I guess, glad when it turns out to be something that was made up. However, all the time and resources that go into it, just because you made something up or you fabricated something doesn't mean there aren't consequences to that.
After police investigate, it's up to the county's district attorney to decide what those consequences are. If you make a threat, you can be charged with disorderly conduct, which is a misdemeanor. If your threat is serious enough to evacuate or close a school, you could get charged with making terrorist threats, a felony in the state of Wisconsin that carries a maximum penalty of more than 3 years behind bars.
I think more importantly, the message is to the community that police and prosecutors will take these matters seriously.
Susan Opper is the district attorney in Waukesha County, which experienced 2 threats at schools in one day earlier this month.
In reality, there's not a lot of these cases, but it feels like it because of the threat and the danger that average citizens feel when they hear something like this.
Because the suspect in the Waukesha South incident threatened another student with a gun, he faces a felony charge of second-degree recklessly endangering safety. Opper couldn't talk about that specific case, but hopes seeing anyone charged for a threat will deter others in the future.
I think really the biggest goal is so that the public feels safe and knows that the crime is treated as serious as what the law will allow for.
What message does it send to kids that there are consequences for these threats?
I'm hoping that they're hearing this loud and clear, but understand that there are some things that just shouldn't be joked about, that shouldn't be messed with or toyed with.
Opper believes many of these cases involve mental or behavioral health issues, where someone may need resources. She says she tries to make those available through the system. For the I-Team in Waukesha, I'm Casey Geraldo.
And Waukesha District Attorney Susan Opper explained how heavier charges can help offenders get access to those mental health services. You can see Casey's extended interview with the district attorney right now. Just go to tmj4.com.